Alright, here's a new project. It is Thursday, May 30th. Blue sky. Oh, look, there's a nice bird up there. I don't know. I don't think it's an eagle, it's probably a hawk. Anyways, here's the project. My brother doesn't want this anymore, so the thought is to take this to my house. The one at my house was his old one, which is leaking, so we get rid of it. But we need to, couple weeks, the movers are coming. Alright, so this is drained, but here's the electrics. Come up through the deck, and I believe we installed these like 30 years ago, whatever. So we're going to have to disconnect the wires. I thought is to push that back down underneath the deck, get a weatherproof coupling into a weatherproof box, put the box connected to the joist underneath in case someone wants to use it in the future. Instead of having to rip it all out, might as well just reasonably abandon it in place. And then here's the here's the two breakers. So the thought is to disconnect the wires, wire nut them, leave them inside here. If someone wanted to reconnect them in the future, they could, and then they could just crawl underneath to do that. Alright, so this is the way in. I am going to put my work clothes on, but this is what we got. 30 years ago I did this, but I think he had more stone underneath here, so we gotta go all the way down to that end down there somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where we ran. I know we stapled it to the, or strapped, wire clamped it to the, not wire, cable clamped it to the joists and supports. But that's the plan today, is I'm gonna crawl underneath there and see if there's room underneath so I can buy the right box and fittings and then go buy them. Alright. I don't know, we're gonna take a video on the way in because a lot of cobwebs to get on the lens, but we're gonna crawl in and see what we get here. Alright. Alright, so I got over to about there, and that's where the deck gets lower and the stone gets higher. And yep, if I was 30 years younger, maybe, if my grandson was trapped over there, there's a thermonuclear device that was going to set off and destroy the world, I would probably crawl there, but it would be anxiety producing. So F it, I'm not doing that. I think we're just going to tape it off and shove it through the hole and say, let the next person worry about it. Unless my brother's got a better idea of taking his deck apart somehow, but I'm not crawling there. And he's bigger than I am. He's not fucking crawling there either. Okay, here's where the liquid tight comes up. And it's these are 10 gauge, the blue and the red. Blue is going to 2, red's going to 4. And we have the 12 gauge wire, and we have black going to 5, and white going to 7, and the equipment ground, I think it's the number 10 equipment ground going to the ground. Alright, so here we go. Here's the liquid tight conduit. We got 5 cables. I wire nutted them, cut the ends, and then wire nutted them. But I don't know how to secure that and push it down through that hole yet. But we're going to disconnect the other ends. Alright, so I pulled this one. I'm going to pull the front cover off and then disconnect the wires from those 2 breakers. Alright, this is a live panel. I didn't throw the breaker from downstairs, so those 2 are hot. That's hot. These are off. I need to get that blue one, the red one, the black and the white. I think we're going to leave the green ground connector. Where is the green ground? I don't see where the green ground's connected. Yeah, the green's connected to the grounding bar over here. So we're going to leave the green connector and pull off the blue, the red, the black, and the white. Cut them and wire cap them, wire nut them, and then tuck them in here. Okay, we wire nutted and taped the wire nuts on just to make sure they don't slip off, because it's not like a really good connection, it's just over one wire. But did that. We're going to put this back on and close it up. Okay, the wires are disconnected, wire nutted, taped, and left in that box. And I wire nutted these. There we go. I wire nutted those, and I have to find a way to hopefully secure those somehow and then push them down through that hole to possibly be recovered at a later date by a different person, not me.